What's up, everybody? It's your boy Electro back in the video for you guys, and today we got a brand new video, and it's about the Toronto Raptors. So let's get right into this. So the first topic is that the Toronto Raptors are interested in Tyler Herro, and this is per Mike Scotto. So I've seen his reports many times. He works for HoopsHype or something. But yeah, they get a lot of the smaller reporting things correct, but the major things, I don't know. Personally, I haven't seen them get many of the major things that correct, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I've been just missing their major reports or something like that. I don't know, not paying attention, but that's what I've seen. They get majority of the small ones right, and then the more bigger scale ones they either don't really report on or just don't really get right. You know what I mean? But this is a quote from his article. He said, "The Toronto Raptors can also be added to the list of teams that have expressed exploratory interest in acquiring Herro as part of a multi-team trade talks between the Blazers and Heat involving Lillard," league sources told HoopsHype. So pretty much, if you didn't know, Damian Lililard, he requested a trade, and he wants to be moved to the Heat. That's the only place he wants to go to. He's not really willing to play anywhere else. He's already told teams that. His agent's been telling teams that to not trade for him unless you're the Miami Heat. Tyler Herro has to be included in this deal, right? That's the only way it's going to get done. But also, you need other teams in this because the Blazers, they don't want to take Herro because they already have enough guards, and also Herro's contract is another factor. So you got to get at least a third team in here. And the third team would be, they're saying the Spurs maybe, the Nets, and they could even expand to a 4-team trade. But at least you need another third team, and those are the two rumored teams to be the third team. But now we're getting reports saying the Raptors are, kind of, exerting themselves into this conversation. Their teams have, as it says here, they're one of the teams that have expressed just, interest in it, just kind of, putting themselves in there a bit, just testing the waters, you could say. Like, we do need another guard, so that's why I'm not against this. But if you look at Herro's contract, man, it's pretty big. And also, the Raptors love defense, man. They love, especially having defensive-minded guards, guards that can play, or not defensive-minded, but guards that, really, try on defense. I mean, they're honestly pretty good defenders. Kyle Lowry, Fred VanVleet, right? Those are the first two that I think of. And, yeah, so it kind of goes against that mold. But hey, man, I mean, we could honestly probably hide Tyler Herro in our defense, right? Remember when we ran those 2 point guards? Remember we ran VanVleet and Kyle Lowry together, right? 2 short point guards, right, together on the floor. But that worked well because we kind of hid them because we had a whole bunch of everyone else on the team that was around them, right, on the floor with them, were also good defenders, right? So maybe we can do the same for Herro, just one bad defender with 4 other good defenders, you know what I mean? So we could hide him. You can hide one player on the court that's a bad defender with, other players around him, right? That is possible. But the main thing is, will the Raptors want to be taking in his contract? Okay, that's one thing. If they're interested, I guess they're willing to. But yeah, and also, what would they be giving up, right? And would they even would the Heat and Blazers actually agree to that? You know what I mean? That's the question. So like, Tyler Herro, obviously he'd be coming from the Heat, so the Raptors would be giving something up to the Heat. So what would they be giving up to the Heat? Chris Boucher could be one of the people we think of. Thad, who else? Otto. That's kind of like the first 3 people I think of. Malachi Flynn even. Maybe throw in a first. Some picks maybe. I don't know, seconds. I'm not really sure the salary cap wise how it would work because I think it's like Herro's contract is like $30 million. So I'm not really sure about that, but that would be interesting. I'm just thinking like he would fit. We do need another guard, so he would fit. The defense we can definitely have. Like I feel like it's a good fit because even back in 2021, if you remember, when we were trying to trade away Lowry, obviously we ultimately didn't trade him, right? He just walked in free agency, but we did a sign trade with the Heat, whatever. But we were trying to trade him to the Heat at that trade deadline, right? In 2021, but we couldn't find a deal, right? That we were satisfied, etc. And because we were trying to get, or at least Masai was trying to get Tyler Herro, and obviously the Heat were going to part away from him, especially at that point, right? Because they, had him, they highly valued him back then, right? And it wouldn't make sense because they knew Lowry was going to come to them anyways in free agency. So for them, it didn't really make sense for them. They already knew that. But yeah, Masai's been a fan of Tyler Herro. That's the point I'm trying to get at. He's been a fan of Tyler Herro, so it makes sense. This report does have validity to it. And maybe it's more likely to happen now. Who knows? I don't really know. But I don't think the Heat would accept a trade of Thad, Boucher, Otto Porter, Malachi, right? Any of those players, really, to be honest, for, around Tyler Herro. But that's the only way to get Dame. So maybe they would accept it just because they're like, okay, we're going to get Dame, right? That's all we really care about, Dame. And they have to send out Herro anyway. So maybe they think like that. Why not? This is, kind of have to do this if you think about it. So we just want to get Dame at any cost pretty much, and yeah, maybe that's it. And maybe, obviously there's probably going to be things where there's certain other things going on, like we get maybe something else in return, right, with Herro, or maybe we have to give out, some extra stuff or something like that, right, or the Blazers give out some weird stuff going on like that, maybe another 4th team gets involved, right, because that's rumored. But I don't know, you let me know what you think down below about that. And this also came from Michael Scotto, the same guy that's reported the Tyler Herro news, he said that the Raptors are considering adding another point guard in free agency. There was a rumor that came out kind of at the start of free agency that the Raptors were interested in Ayo Dosunmu, right? Chicago Bulls player. And yeah, I mean, he could still be the one we're looking at. Or maybe even Tyler Herro, because it says free agency, but I wonder what he means by free agency. Like actual literal free agents or just in general? Because right now we are in free agency. So yeah, I'm like, is it like a play on words there? I don't know. Because Tyler Herro can play point guard. He has been playing point guard a bit. He can play point guard, shooting guard, right? He can handle the ball well, very well. Let me know who you want that point guard to be. Because obviously we do need another guard, preferably a point guard. Malachi ain't gonna cut it, man. It's just he might get some playing time this year because Darko, he's all about developing players, giving them a fair chance. Unlike Nick Nurse, right? Don't mean to bag on Nick Nurse, but he didn't really give Malachi a fair chance. It's interesting. Let me know who you think the point guard could be in the comment section down below. Honestly, I would do the Herro deal. If it's not asking for too much, I would do it. We need another guard, and he'll be a good guard too. Obviously, I mean, that lineup could be nice. A lineup of just thinking right off, like obviously someone have to come off the bench in this Herro, Gary, who else? Scotty, OG, Pascal. That lineup, that small ball lineup could actually work pretty well if you think about it. That would be an ideal small ball lineup. You have 3 shooters. OG can shoot. He's another shooter. Obviously, Pascal and Scotty, their shooting is kind of wonky. It's inconsistent. But that lineup could really actually work. That'd be a nice lineup. You could have Jakob Poeltl in that lineup instead, right? Maybe either OG or Scotty, right? Sometimes one of them could be off. But yeah, man, the starting lineup would be interesting too, because in that case, who would come off the bench and stuff like that, right? I don't know. There would be a lot of questions about that. Yeah, that's very interesting. I don't know what to say about this trade. Let me know if you do this trade down below, or what your trade offers would be to the Heat, or etc. Who you'd include or whatever. And yeah, that's all I have for the video today. Short video, I know, but we'll be back tomorrow or the next day, etc. When there's more news. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you next one. Peace.